actually having some friends over tonight. Our baby girl is in daycare, so it's a great time to entertain and have some people over.
And honestly, we are
Toddler-free.
known for a good charcuterie board.
Yes, it's our signature.
We treat ourselves.
Yeah. So we usually go to Trader Joe's. We get already approved and tested and tasted type of items that we absolutely love.
Yep.
And so we put together something real quick. It doesn't really have to be fancy, but it's a good, thoughtful beginning of any kind of party.
Yep.
So we have grapes, we have blueberries and raspberries, a few of our favorites for meats. Do you want to open stuff up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the questions that we recently started talking about was intentional spending. What do you actually, I think you were saying something that, like, as far as like your opinion of what intentional spending is?
Or maybe what got me started even thinking about intentionally spending. I think we noticed that we were getting certain things that were clutter. I want to say it traces back to Maria Kondo, right? Clutter, joy, making sure what's in your house fits you, things that were high quality, made sense. And that's really what kicked it off for me, like making sure that what came in the house either replaced something that was of lower quality, elevated our lifestyle, or was just something we needed, right? That brought us joy.
It was practical. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, I love these, by the way. Huge fan of Trader Joe's. Shout out to TJ. They always sponsor, not sponsor officially, but
they always come through. Yes,
for our charcuterie boards.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna eat.
Yep, yeah, go ahead. Was this the time that was kind of like the catalyst for all of this?
I don't know. Are you prepping me to transition into something else? I don't
No.
know.
I was actually, no, I'm genuinely surprised.
He was also a little bit of the FIRE community. So if you don't know, financially independent, retiring early, that also was a huge influence as well.
Yes, so FIRE was particularly interesting for us. I think from the standpoint that there is a potential for anybody to retire early, right? Like if you just plan out your investments, the way how you work, maybe some side hustles, right? Like maybe make some lifestyle changes. And I know a lot of FIRE couples talk about maybe cutting down the spending and just really intentionally saving as much as possible. We don't have that mentality. I don't think very early on, we made a decision that we are not going to just really decrease the level of our spending to the point that we like save 80% and only live on like 20%, right? Sure. Because we didn't want to compromise or would like lower down our comfort level.
But I think I don't know if you explain what FIRE is, but what she's saying is when we really dug into it, we didn't want to compromise our lifestyle. We wanted it to fit us. And spending was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So as minimalists, we do make intentional decisions of what things we want to spend money on and what can at the same time elevate our lifestyle. So
let's talk a little bit about intentional spending when it comes to the charcuterie board too. So we love manchego, prosciutto. There's just some very specific selective things here that we really highly recommend. This isn't a charcuterie board video, but get the things that please you. It'll come out when you entertain. It'll absolutely come out when you are like selecting. So throw a little things up here. And clean hands, everybody.
Let's just focus on specific examples that contribute to our dream lifestyle.
Of intentionally spending?
Yeah. So I think what has been very important for us recently is to maximize our time and energy because we have a toddler in the house and because we have full-time jobs, right? Like we're busy moms. And so anything that can give us that time back and also elevate our quality time as a family together, right? So we just really try to hack everything, basically every little area of our life.
Yeah, so what does that look like? It looks like us outsourcing basic things. We have someone that comes through and cleans the house. That's not unusual, but it's something that we've absolutely been doing. We also have and do meal subscription services. So Cook Unity, great service that we use. Intentionally having catering too occasionally, caterers dropping off food. Absolutely right. We spend and outsource when we can to help maximize our efficiency.
Yeah, and even, sometimes when we need a little bit of an extra time for us to rest on the weekend, we take our daughter to daycare on Saturdays. They have that option available. Doesn't mean that we always take advantage of it, but we we do like to spend weekends together, and especially now
But
with
to
the
say
holidays.
that on the other side of outsourcing makes it also feel like
We're outsourcing the kid. No, not at all. But at the same time,
you're like, no, grabbing our time back and not outsourcing.
well, but some weeks are tough. Like, not to even sugarcoat it, right? And just sometimes family things happen. Like yesterday, for instance, we got, very concerning news about one of the family members that's really close to us, and we needed time to process that, right? And so today our little girl is in daycare so that we can spend some time together, maybe, think about what that's going to look like for us in the future, maybe getting closer to family, maybe moving, just whatever, right? So I feel like it's okay for parents to sometimes just plan that little time for, and it doesn't mean that she's there the entire day. Like, it could be just a few hours, right? I'm not trying to justify it. Mom guilt. Ultimately, that's what I think it's coming from.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna open up. So Trader Joe's has these really good crisps that I'm a big fan of here. We also like the fig and olive, staple. Absolute staple.
What flavor is in here?
This is, I think it's rosemary. What's yours?
Okay.
Yeah, we are gonna keep it real because.
I mean, these are general conversations in the family.
No, we don't want.
How much sugar do we want?
But we're okay with sugar on our oranges.
Because then we're gonna be on a sugar high, in addition to like everything else.
Okay. Well,
I mean, we already get a lot of sugar from everything. But anyways, we got distracted.
This is delivered to that umbrella, right?
But I feel like we need to start with a baby, right?
Sure.
Because in addition to daycare, which we absolutely love, we also have babysitting services that we take advantage of from care.com.
Right. So we, again, before Zoe or our daughter, I guess we don't say, but our daughter was born, we absolutely ascribed to outsourcing.
Yeah.
100%, right? Even if she was never in our life. But number one thing that we do is we either lean on large services that provide, like care.com, or we just kind of ask friends and family for recommendations.
Literally just a couple weeks ago, we posted an ad for a travel nanny that we were looking for a person who could travel with us because we travel quite a bit.
We're and go down the list, babe. Like,
right. So, but that is something that's super important because we had to say no to a few very important events already that happened this last year where we just didn't have enough support to just go take off and go to a conference and be a keynote speaker or like be a presenter, be on a panel, right? And so those are important professional opportunities that we don't want to continue saying no to.
Next thing in that same list, or just the next thing that
the next hack for a busy mom.
Yeah. So again, it feels like a little bit of a inside of outsourcing, but we got to have the automatic robots, right? Or automate your lifestyle, first of all. What do I mean? We've got iRobot. We've got things that feed our cats automatically too. So again, it's a little bit of that outsourcing, but when you can do something and set it up automatically, pay the bills automatically too, that helps all with our schedule.
Just that mental bandwidth, right? Like when you have to think of less amount of things, like that opens up your mental space, right? 100%. And then you can be more present with your family or with the kid or just whatever, your work or with your loved one.
Okay.
Sometimes when we really need help with the day-to-day, we have a personal assistant that helps our family, right, with like some tasks. Or we have a video editor, right? Like we have a person who comes up with creative ideas for instance, for our content for social media. And I'm not really afraid to talk about this, right? And like, I don't want to just create this idea that we totally come up with everything creatively ourselves. Not really. I love that we're working with those professionals. I love that we give jobs and give employment to experts, right? So that's one aspect of it. But the other one is like, if they're really good at what they do and they love it, they enjoy it, why not give them that opportunity to help us, right? And then again, like clear up our space so that we can be busy with something else. And we can just show up and then we can enjoy the process, right? Because we love this. Like,
I don't need a speech.
This is natural.
I'm not going to do it. I don't do it well. I'm just going to hire somebody who can help. They're on team Oksana and Patrice. I'm back to actually tell them when you're
Yeah,
hired, you're
yeah.
usually on team Oksana and Patrice. And now,
Yeah.
and now
And
Zoe.
luckily, you know, through my company, Remote Rockstars, which is a virtual agency that works with a variety of remote professionals, it's easy for me to just kind of tap into the community and like find a person who can support us with a variety of different tasks. And we truly take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're done with the board. We are going to start setting up and move over to our dining area.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now that this is ready to go.
Oh, so pretty. I
Yeah.
love all the colors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to dive in. So excited.